What's up?
Now, the intro, whatever. All right, we got shit to talk about. We're brass tacks here. Now, I'd like to start off saying I currently have Vaseline on the head of my penis and my balls. Now, let me explain. 2 days. It's a hot.
Start off the show with that.
It's been a hot weekend. 4th of July week. Hey, happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July weekend. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. 1776.
It's summer. I'll tell you that.
You know what I mean? We had to fight off the Brits, become a country, and that's what we did.
Damn right.
And that's what we fucking did.
Damn right.
'Cause you know what? The Brits suck. And they still suck.
Everybody knows that.
Fish and chips I can get with. Bad Teeth, though. Guy Ritchie, great movies.
Austin Powers?
Austin Powers. Now,
Does that count?
Back to the Vaseline on my balls and my twig and berries.
Yeah.
So, hot weekend. I did a lot of swimming. Pool Friday. Pool yesterday.
Well, I said it's definitely summer. It's fucking 94 out today or something like that.
Yeah, it's I don't have a thermostat in here, but it's probably 80 in the garage right now.
Yeah, with a fan and shade, obviously, because you're inside.
Concrete. It's concrete too.
Yeah.
So a lot of so I started to chafe yesterday at the pool. A lot of rubbing. Chlorine. Friday was fine, but I'm assuming back-to-back days in the pool is what will get it all jacked up.
I'm sure.
It hurts. Vaseline works well.
Okay.
Not much more other than it's just chafing.
Okay.
It's just
I just want to let you guys know
it's
that.
just good old-fashioned chafing, and sleeping was a little uncomfortable. Thank God it was probably... Now, what would you say blackout is? 10? So 1 to 10, blackout is a 10?
Like drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to flirt with 8 and 9.
Okay.
I'm a flirter.
Okay.
8 and 9. I'll get to 10.
So what's and 5's like buzzed?
Yeah, I guess. What is buzzed? Because there's different buzzes. Sometimes I'll be like buzzed. I'm not drunk, but I'll be like fucking buzzed. Like there's having a buzz, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm fucking buzzed right now.
Well, that's what I mean. So like buzzed is like, I guess 5 buzzed is like.
So
you're feeling it.
1's dead sober.
Right.
No, 0's dead sober.
Well, 1 to 10.
1
Zero's
is
not
what?
included.
A beer?
No, one's sober. 0 beers.
Okay.
Because 1 to 10, so we're not including 0. 1 is you haven't had a beer in a fucking week. Like, super sober. You know what I mean?
I don't know that feeling.
Then what's 2? Like a couple beers, but like not even feeling it yet?
Like, well, how many... See, it depends on the time of the day. Depends. Like, I haven't eaten yet today.
Right. You're right. That'll get you.
So, after this podcast, I'm probably going to be too buzzed. I won't be drunk by the end of this, but I'll be buzzed.
So, what number?
Because I have no food in me right now.
Right, that's okay. It's still it's the feeling. It's not the number of beers.
I will probably be a 5 by the end of this podcast.
Okay.
Because we're starting, and I've already had 3 beers.
Right, with no food.
No food.
Feeling
and it's 90 degrees.
Feeling myself. Feeling it.
So, all right. So, how many beers do you start feeling buzzed? It depends sometimes.
That's what I was going to say. Like, it's not necessarily the number of beers, it's the feeling. Because like you said, you're going to feel different after this podcast because you haven't eaten, it's hot out, you're sweating, versus right after a big dinner in February where you're sitting inside on the couch and not moving. You know what I mean? You're going to have fucking 7 beers at that point, and you're like, I'm a 1 right now.
Yeah.
Dead sober.
Mm-hmm. Beers taste... I like the difference of beer. Beers taste different in the summer and the winter.
Yeah.
They do.
Everything's different in the summer and the winter.
Different.
You know what I mean?
But
it's definitely summer now because, like I said, it's fucking 95 out. You spent the weekend in the pool. We missed, like, the start of summer. So, like, when when summer's coming
This
or
has been
starting
going on for so long.
so long.
Dude, Memorial Day. They're like, things are going to be open by Memorial Day. It's July 4th
Yeah.
already.
And things are worse.
I mean, kind of, yeah, right?
Well, in terms of like the number of cases per day and all that kind of shit, like
Right,
yeah.
you knew that was going to happen because you released everybody out into the wild. Of course,
Right.
they're going to spike a little bit.
But before we get into that, like
I don't want to get into it.
like summer's coming.
Yeah,
Pretend. Obviously, summer's already here, but
Yeah,
pretend summer's coming.
I know it's here. I'm chafed.
What do you think of when you think of summer?
The shore.
The shore?
Shore. What gets me excited? What do I start thinking about the shore? Or,
No. Just like
because I actually don't
summer,
go to the shore that often. That's what I meant. Summer.
like the
summer,
first
summer.
thing that comes into your mind, not like
coolers and beer
okay,
and barbecue. I love barbecue because I don't go to the shore that often.
right? That's what I was
I'll
gonna
go to the
say.
shore
Like the shore,
twice a summer. Some people are like, "Fucking here we go, beeline in the sea aisle, beeline in the Wildwood." I like the shore. I like the beach. I'm not actually crazy about the shore. There's a lot of fucking people at the shore.
right? Because
And I don't even mean COVID. I just mean in general. There's just like a lot of people there, and you're just like, "Oh, this is fucking annoying."
right. I love the shore too. Like I want to be down there, but I
Yeah.
don't go down there as often as some people do. So, is the fucking ice cream truck coming back?
Are you kidding me? What time is it?
It's scheduled.
He's on a schedule.
Yeah.
If this motherfucker interrupts us again, I just posted a Mr. Softy Instagram video. South Florida Mr. Softy liked it. He has an Instagram, South Florida Mr. Softy. If that fucker. Anyway, summer.
So
I'm a
I don't-
barbecue cooler beers.
I don't think of the shore unless like I'm really thinking of summer.
Okay.
Like that's like 4 or 5 on my list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of summer is somewhere I haven't been in. I don't know, how old am I? 15 years or
Oh
so.
my God.
Pomona Swim Club.
That's what you think of.
That's what I think of first.
No shit.
Because like that was our summer. Saturday, my parents would be doing shit around the house, like noon, 1 o'clock, hit the pool,
Pomona.
and we're at the pool. We'll cook out there,
Club.
and we'll go home when it gets dark out.
Charcoal.
So, yep, charcoal. Sunday, same fucking thing.
Saturday, Sunday. That was your
Saturday,
guys'
Sunday,
shit.
that was it. And like
shit.
even in the summer, like when I'm home because I'm in school at this point, like I said, it's like 15 years ago, I'd still be like, should I go there? I used to go for a run. I used to end at Pomona,
Mm-hmm.
hop in, go swimming, hang out for 10, 15 minutes, and then walk home. Like
Yeah,
that was
you hit a certain age,
summer.
You can't be going to swim clubs anymore.
Yeah.
There's like a gap. For example, Friday I was at basically a swim club, a country club. So we were there, and there's a gap because there was a couple girls there that were probably in that gap where it's like, ooh, that's rough. Not like, well, first of all, like they were. Oh man, this is gonna sound fucking. I'm probably gonna get arrested for this. Anyway, like they were starting, like they were like developed, but they were still young. They weren't 18 yet. They were probably like 16.
Right.
Whatever. But they were there, and I felt like it might have been uncomfortable for them. I mean, they were hanging out with some other kid, but the kids were probably like, the dudes they were chilling with were probably like 13, 14. So those
Right.
kids definitely had rock hard boners in their fucking trunks walking around. But I'm saying, like, there's an age where like swim club's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I mean?
that's
Like,
what I was
it's
gonna say.
probably
Like,
like 14 to like, because it starts getting cool. Because you know me, I was going off the diving board. But I didn't feel uncomfortable about it anymore. There's probably a little bit of a gap where like
there's probably a 10-year. It's probably a 10-year gap.
15 to like 20, like, because even being 21, you're like, what's this fucking asshole doing here? But
Right.
like, I'm there with a baby. I'm old enough where I'm like, oh, I'm just having fun. Oh, that's just a dad having fun.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like it's probably like 15 to like
25.
25. Yeah.
Where swim clubs, you should be forbidden. I think you should be forbidden from the swim club between 15 and 25.
It's go in your own private pool at
Yeah.
that point. Find a friend that has a pool.
You're making
Build a
people
pool.
uncomfortable.
Whatever you got to do.
You're making people uncomfortable. You shouldn't be here. You should be out at Vesper Day Club. That's where you go.
Yeah.
Actually, not at 15, but you know
Well,
what I mean.
maybe if they get
You know
they
what
let
I
them in.
Hey, yeah. You never know.
But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of summer. Pomona Swim Club. And like I said, I haven't been there. I want to say we stopped our membership at maybe, or at least stopped going, and I was like around that age,
Right.
15, 16, like high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, one, you kind of don't want to go anymore.
Right.
Like, I just want to, like, go hide in a closet and drink vodka.
And, but not only that, like, we went there and we hung out with Zanios, our family friends.
Yeah.
If their kids weren't going, what the hell was I going to do there?
Yeah.
At that point, like my friends aren't going there. You guys didn't have memberships. Like I can't meet any of my friends there. Every one of those, like you would need a pass. It's like fucking couple bucks for a pass every day. Like it's not gonna. That's not gonna work.
Nah.
Like I got other shit to do. I'm gonna go somewhere
that's
else.
What you think of the swim club.
That's the first thing that pops in my head. Pomona Swim Club.
Childhood, man.
Yeah. Reminisce.
I'm a cooler and barbecue guy.
They reminisce.
I love barbecue. I'm barbecuing today. I don't give a shit because I built a deck. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
The heat's not gonna stop me. All right. The roof will be on eventually.
That's what it's for. Yeah. You get this baby up, then I'll come back over.
Yeah. You might fucking fry out there.
It's a fucking scorcher.
What's the Do you think you have a thing that's like you're best at cooking or your favorite thing to cook?
Ooh.
I actually really enjoy cooking. Like I love cooking. I watch Food Network all fucking day.
Yeah, and cooking is so well.
Well, the basic, like you watch Worst Cooks in America, I'm like, well, you're just absolutely stupid if you don't like
you're doing shit on purpose.
Like I love like seasoning shit or like you just don't. If you can like understand like the normal concept of food, you can make something.
For
good.
sure.
Like you need like the pan's hot. This boil this. Like people are like so stupid when it comes to like watching them. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
So we like go through at the beginning of the week and find like a couple recipes.
Yeah.
And then go to the store to get stuff for those recipes.
Okay.
And one thing that I'm proud of us for doing is like we cook something new. We've been in the house for what? 2 fucking years now.
That's March.
Called 700 days. I'm not doing the math.
It's probably. No, definitely not. There's only 365 in a year. Come on, Ev.
But that's what I'm saying. Call 700 days since we've been in the house. Taking out the weekends, maybe we'll drop it down to, I don't know, 500 days. We've probably cooked 300 different things.
Damn.
And, like, some of them are close, don't get me wrong, because there's not that many things on the planet that can... But, like,
I mean, you
always
want to keep.
Yeah,
you always want to keep it. You can't get too crazy. You're like, oh, dude, you know what? Tonight, boiling an octopus.
Right. Exactly.
It's not happening.
Exactly. So they're similar. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I said. It's not like we have that much shit to cook.
Right.
But it's a new recipe, and with each new recipe, you learn. Oh, this goes good with this. This goes good with this.
Yeah.
This goes good with this.
You're getting reps in. You're practicing.
Put this on top instead of this on top. Wait to put that on. I know it says to wait, but I learned from this other one to wait to put that on.
Right.
Why don't you put it in at 400 instead of 350? Why don't you do? You know what I mean? You learn
you
all these little things.
You don't need to read all the directions.
Right. And like, so I don't understand. I mean, I guess it just comes without practice. But like, what are those people doing for food for their lives? Like, do they just not cook? They just not ever cook?
The fact that you can't make eggs, I should kill you. I should kill you because you're weighing down the world.
Right.
There's 300. Well, actually, this is a bad time to bring this up.
What?
I was going to say there's 330 million people in America. Like, how many people are really just dead weight to this country? And you're like, you got to get out of here. You're not helping.
A fucking third?
You're not helping this country do anything.
A third of them.
Whether you're just a straight piece of shit, you're racist, you don't do anything positive for your friends, family, community, you just suck.
Well, not only that, it's not that people are not positive, it's that they're, like, actively negative.
How can you, how are people... Hold on. Just hold on. What are you good at cooking at, motherfucker? All right?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't know, to be honest with you.
Like, for example, today, I'll help you out for me today. I'm making wings today. I love making wings.
Okay.
I've been really enjoying making wings. Now, making wings aren't hard because I have a fryer. So you're like, oh, yeah, no shit, you're good at making wings. You drop them in the fryer. But, like, restaurants, I still feel like fuck up wings sometimes.
Now, let me ask...
Okay.
Sorry. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
How do you make your wings in your fryer?
So I don't do anything but drop them in the fryer. It's all after, like, I'll season. Like,
right,
I don't feel like restaurants, like, salt and pepper their wings.
But, I mean, like... So you just turn the fryer on, you put it on three. I don't know what type of fryer you have, but
I use the fryer that I would use to fry a turkey.
Right, but you just turn it on, drop them in,
get that
take
bitch
them
up
out.
to fucking 500.
Right, whatever that's what I'm saying. I don't know what type it is. So, but you turn it on, get it to a certain degree, drop them in,
Yeah.
take them out, and then do your seasoning work afterwards.
Salt, pepper,
Okay, because
whatever kind of wing sauce I want to use.
I used to make them in like this little fryer that we had, and you could only make like fucking 6 at a time. But it was okay because it was for me and my one roommate. So it's like, we'll just do like a couple batches of them. Don't worry about it. But I used to, and again, it was a tabletop fryer.
Yeah.
So I used to turn it all the way up.
Yeah. Yeah, nice and hot.
Yeah, put it in for just a couple minutes.
Yeah, they cook
and then
so quick.
Turn it down and let them cook longer.
Oh, okay.
So you turn it up to just crisp the outside, and then down to actually cook the wing. Because when I do it the quick way, they obviously wouldn't fully cook. But that gave it like a real crispy outside.
Gotta be crispy.
And I like that.
See,
I like that.
Because restaurants, I feel, they're like, wings are like greasy at a lot of restaurants. So why are they greasy? One, you're using shitty oil. Well, they can't use peanut oil in restaurants, which sucks. Because peanut oil gives it a nice fucking crisp burn.
But also, they probably don't replace the oil, or the oil's not hot enough because they just turn it on, and then they keep throwing frozen wings in it, and it's going to bring down the temperature of the fucking oil.
The oil changes enough, but like I feel like it's greasy because of the wing sauce too. Like they like let them sit in the wing sauce. You don't need that much wing sauce for your wings. So like I'll put the wings in a bowl, salt and pepper. They don't season. Season the fucking chicken, asshole. Right. Season the fucking chicken. Salt and pepper. I'll shake them up. Ha 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 ha. Then I'll do some sauce, a little bit at a time. Don't get fucking crazy, because you bring them out and then the ones on the bottom are just sitting there soaking it up. Some people like them like that. I don't. I'm borderline sometimes of like I like getting the dry wings, salt and pepper, and put the hot sauce on the side.
Okay.
But I love hot sauce, so just coat them. Just coat them. You don't have to fucking drown them.
Now, do you do anything with the hot sauce either?
But sometimes I'll buy a pre-made hot sauce because there's some that are really good, like Eddie Steve's Buffalo wing sauce, banging.
Right.
Like I'll do that today, but sometimes I'll melt down butter. I'll throw some.
That's what I was gonna say.
So I'll throw some like honey, and then I'll do like red hot, and then I have like a real spicy hot sauce. I'll throw a little fucking kick. See, I love that when people eat it. And like, I'm like, yeah, that's right, pussy. Bringing the heat.
Like that.
I'm bringing the heat.
No matter what I eat, and no matter how hot it is, if it has some type of a kick, even the smallest, mildest kick, I will. The first time it touches my tongue, I'll cough. Yeah. No matter what.
You're soft in the lips.
No, but then I can eat hot things. It's just no matter what, I just cough.
Ocean City, he sent me a picture of him at a hot sauce store. So I'm down to do hot ones again, long as the bomb is not on the list.
Yeah, that was fucking.
Is there anything
gross.
funnier than when like black comedians or a black guy starts barking? Like I'll watch that immediately gets to me. Well, I just barked and I was just thinking of it. Like if you ever see like any black comedian or like a black dude like doing like funny shit, but they like end it with a bark, it's so funny. He'd be like, "Oh yeah," and shit, and he'd be like, it's literally the funniest shit. I fucking die every time. Like that's like something stupid that gets to me every time.
Like a fucking DMX bark.
Well, he acted like he was like an actual pitbull. I'm one with the pitbull. Okay, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're making fun of DMX,
I'm just trying to think of like what movie or something is just like guy like catcalling a girl or something. It's like, "Oh, what up, shorty?" And you're like, "Oh, get in that ass." It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's so funny. Oh, it's the funniest shit ever. I love that. I fucking love that. That hits my funny bone. Straight on funny bone.
They back to hot ones. Is there a way like to? Because how am I gonna know if there's not another da bomb in?
We're not.
That's just one.
We're not.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die.
I thought I had the flu. We were actually talking about this like 2 days ago because he sent us. Wagner. We were talking to Wagner too. He's like, dude, I had to go home and just sit in the shower. He's like, I felt ill.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it was February and I was under a blanket shivering. Like I thought I contracted the flu.
I went into the bathroom. I was like, there's 100% chance.
Would be the worst.
Absolutely.
Idea.
Absolutely.
The worst idea.
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't trying to force myself to. I just thought it was going to come back up. My stomach was like,
dude,
what the fuck? Get out of here.
It straight shut the party down.
Yeah.
Because
like
me
anger.
and Dan have tried the last dab. We tried the last dab, and the last dab is hot. 1,000,000 Scoville plus, whatever. But it tastes good.
Right.
It had a good taste. Like, I can live with that. Zombie apocalypse. It had a decent taste. It was like pepper. Tastes like chili pepper. The bomb straight tasted like melted nickel and battery. Like,
right. That's what I mean. There's like
ill.
There's a difference between really hot and like what happened with the bomb.
Dude, there
Like
was
it's not
6 people in my house on the floor, fucking in the bathroom. People were chugging milk. I think I might have just like sat on the ice cream tub. I didn't even like eat it. I just like put it
and it
inject
immediately
ice
melted.
cream up my asshole.
It immediately melted too.
Oh my god, dude, that was bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like, and you said you did a hotter one.
Yeah, and it was hot as
Last Dab.
fuck, but it was good.
Right.
Like they
Like
made
there's a difference.
like they use ingredients, like they use like good South Carolina Reapers and like vinegar, the butter, and like it was a good hot sauce. It was just hot as fuck. The bomb was literally like somebody who'd been cooking wings at a restaurant for fucking 10 years, took the grease out and just threw cayenne on top of it.
Right.
And it was just like, gadoosh!
Like the people that made it were just waiting for us to try. No, try it.
Like,
no,
fuck
try
it,
it.
we'll
Why
get a
don't you try it?
lawsuit eventually.
Why
Let's
don't
just
you try
make it and see what happens. We'll
Fucking-
produce it out of China or somewhere where they don't
Yeah.
fucking have regulations. We got to make this in Shanghai.
Yeah, it was.
What meal do you like?
Okay.
What are you good at cooking?
Um,
Anything on the grill, I'm ready to go. And we got me and you got the fucking flat top too.
Damn right.
Dude, that is a
Damn
game
right.
changer.
It's nice.
It's so nice. I've probably been using a flat top now well, I've been living here for 4 years. My parents had it 2 years before I even moved out. So I've been using a flat top for a while. You can do all of it.
I'll tell you what. Just about every time I put burgers on there, I put an egg on there too.
Oh, yeah, why not?
'Cause
Dude,
it's-
stir fries, cooking rice and then throwing it on there just to burn it up, and then you mix the egg in there. It's just because the heat is distributed evenly everywhere.
Right.
Chicken cutlets on the flat top is so good. And all right, let's describe the flat top. So I have a Blackstone, and it's like
Griddle. It's a griddle grill.
a griddle. Yeah, I guess that's
griddle,
what you call
griddle grill. Where's the griddle?
it. The only downside to it is you don't get the grill marks, but who gives a fuck? I don't care. That would
Right,
be the
and
only
it's a little
downfall.
bit. It's a little bit more maintenance.
Well, cleaning it for sure. I
As
mean, if
opposed
you
to
have
like
a
a regular
regular
grill.
grill, you can clean that once a summer.
Right. With
You
just
just
the brush. You just hit it with a
Just
brush.
scrape it and that's it.
Done.
But yeah, you have to, because I had to buy a new top because mine rusted out because I didn't season it, is what they say. It's just cover it in oil and you have to all that shit. Mine rusted out. I had to buy a new one. Tiger Woods actually bought me a new one. Shout out to Tiger Woods.
Nice.
Yeah, he won the Masters. I won like fucking $450.
Did you?
I was like, holla.
You can usually get rid of the rust.
Yeah, mine was bad.
Okay.
Like it was like for some reason I don't know if I left it out in the rain for the entire winter
Right.
or what.
Now you cover the grill itself too, right? Before you put any kind of cover on top of it.
I used to, so I have like the cardboard box that came in. I have that over it, and then I have rubber. But now I have a shed, so I just put it in the shed with the covering over it. But once the roof's on the deck, I'm just gonna leave it on the deck,
On the
and
roof.
then I'll put the rubber and the thing on it. Because
Yeah.
the good thing about the rubber is, I usually put the grill. I take the rubber off, like just a nice thing of rubber, like a long mat, fold it in half, and then I put the grill on top of that for if any grease leaks out. Because that's a pain in the ass. I feel like the grease leaks out. I don't have like a good stream for the grease.
Yeah, and where it is on my back patio, it's not perfectly
It's
level
lopsided.
because they want to run the water into the drain and stuff like that. So I have to, at the end of cooking, I have to like drag shit down
Yeah.
to get it into
This motherfucker.
the fucking bucket. Grease into the
This
fucking.
motherfucker.
You gotta drag it in the fucking bucket.
This
Is he coming? Can you see him?
motherfucker.
All right, well, let's go to halftime then. Fuck it.
Mr. Softy, how are you? Huh? You cocksucker? You're a real cocksucker, you know that? Fucking Mr. Softy. I'm fucking
Oh, it's halftime. It's halftime
I
anyway.
think the music's too loud. I listened to a couple.
Yeah, I kept it lower in the beginning.
I can't hear it. Guess we're going to halftime.
As Joel goes running out.
Troll goes running out of the house to go get a fucking...
To stop him right in front of our fucking house. Son of a bitch.
Cocksucker too, you know? Let's go! So, I would like to start off by apologizing to Mr. Softy. I called him a cocksucker before the break. We went out there and grabbed an ice cream cone from him.
They were free.
And it was
Fourth
a
of July-
lady,
Fourth
it
of
was
July
a lady
weekend.
who was absolute unit. She was jacked. She looks like she does kettlebell swings 6 days a week on the beach. She was orange, but jacked, probably 50-ish, in the 50s.
She probably does it in the back of the truck.
And we got some info off her because I said we're a famous podcast and you keep ruining it. So give me a snow cone or an ice cream cone, and I got some questions to ask for you. So they do buy routes, and they're very expensive. Very expensive.
But you get the truck with it.
You get the truck with it. How expensive, you ask? $175,000 expensive for your route and truck.
In this area.
In this area.
Because if you're down the shore or something like that, I'm sure that bitch is a fucking $1 million bucks. Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's definitely more expensive.
Well, she told me being a Mr. Softy is very lucrative. Very lucrative.
How much was she going to sell?
She'll sell $2,000 worth of ice cream today.
In the middle of South Jersey. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucking 95 on July 4th weekend. But I'm sure it's $2,000 worth of ice cream per day, not just because today is Sunday.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, a lot of these. She said a lot of these Mr. Softies you see driving around are millionaires. I'm like, okay, let's not get carried away. Okay, don't toot your own horn. She said she had 3 trucks before her divorce.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. The people that own the Mr. Softy trucks are probably millionaires, not necessarily the people that are driving them. Because they probably just hire somebody. Yeah. Because if you have $175,000 to spend on a Mr. Softy truck,
you're doing okay.
I'm not sitting in it.
You're doing okay.
Somebody else can ride in it for me, and I'll pay them fucking $10
like we said,
an
like
hour.
you do, like you take a lien against your house, and then here we go, Mr. Softy.
Right. If you're doing it to try to make more money or something like that, but if you're doing it as an investment, then you're probably hiring somebody to drive around for you so that you don't have to sit in that fucking truck all day.
What did she say? The person who owns the truck keeps 75% of the sales? Is that what she said?
I think she said that she was going to make $600. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it.
So out of the 2,000, she'll bring home 600. So the person who owns the truck gets the rest. I mean, $600 for a Sunday? Holla.
Well, I think it's $600 in profit. She was a little bit confusing because
I was intimidated.
She said, oh yeah, she said that the person that owns the truck paid $175,000.
She said she had 3 at one point.
Right.
Lost them in a divorce.
Right. And then made it seem like
she's okay with us telling her business right now.
And then made it seem like,
well, it's not
like, yeah, we didn't know her name. It's not like, but she made it seem like that it was her truck. After saying
she didn't, yeah, she made it seem like it wasn't hers.
Because I think
she did own them in the past.
But I think she meant $600 in profit.
Yeah.
Like selling $2,000 worth of ice cream. But also, was that $1,400 in cost for all the ice cream materials that you're selling?
I can't imagine
and gas
that much.
And all that kind of stuff, and maintenance to the truck.
Nah, I can't imagine it's that much. Ice cream can't be that much.
I don't know.
I don't know. Get her back here.
I'm saying like milk and cream and.
Next Sunday we're gonna have to ask her to come in.
I'm sure you're putting fucking gallons and gallons in that bitch. Plus. You got to figure it probably gets, 4 miles to the gallon?
It's a big truck.
Yeah, but not only that, it has to run all the shit in the back. It has to keep the ice cream cold.
Yeah, I would say gas is probably your biggest expense.
Right, for sure. And maintenance on that fucking piece of shit truck that drives by.
That rolling refrigerator.
Yeah. There's definitely a ton of maintenance that happens on that.
That chick looks like she hasn't had ice cream in 12 years. She was jacked.
I guess if you're around it all the time, you probably don't want it.
I hate crab fries. Because of working at Chickies.
Right, exactly. You're around it that much, you're like, fuck, I'm not doing this.
Anyway, so apologies to Mr. Softy, at least her, because she was cool. We'll have to ask her to come. I'm sure she's going to interrupt next Sunday. We're going to have to ask her to come in. Do you mind just doing 5 minutes on the Mr. Softy process?
This is a quick 5.
Just come on in and how you doing?
Yeah, it's interesting, though.
It is
I knew there was something behind.
I was not expecting $175,000.
And that's for this area.
This area.
No offense, but
not all of Delran, by the way.
Right. No offense, but like this isn't a high, like that you would think that would be in high demand for Mr. Softy. Don't get me wrong. Like she said, she sells $2,000 worth of ice cream, but like imagine Mr. Softy down the shore.
Oh God.
Or like.
Oh my. Oh boy.
Or like somewhere where there's like a lot of kids, like around a resort or something like that. Like, I'm sure they're way more fucking expensive.
Ballin', dude. That's why she said they're millionaires.
Shit.
You think sports are going to happen this year or what?
Nah. Well, yes. Depends on what you mean by happen. Because they'll definitely start.
Basketball starts in less than 30 days.
For sure they'll start.
Holla at you, boy.
Less than 20 days until the first scrimmage for the Sixers.
It's going to be so hard for me not to gamble every single game. I'm itching.
Yeah.
I almost won a couple golf tournaments, too. Dude, I already had the money spent. I was like, oh, dude, he's minus 11. We're taking it. I literally put like $15 on Alexander Shafalopoulos. Dude, if he would have hit, it was like $590. Dude, and he was cruising. Saturday, awesome. Shit the bed Saturday, like
late.
Back 9, and then Sunday I was off. I was like, come on, man. That's $590.
What am I going to do with that $590 now? I definitely think sports will start.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that they finish. I'll tell you right now, basketball at least has a small shot.
With the bubble thing?
Like 8% chance of completing. I'll give it. There's a 0.00000000000000001% chance that football happens.
Happens at all?
No. Completes. Because I'll give it to basketball because they have a bubble.
That breaks my heart.
They can put people. They can try to put restrictions and stuff. I mean, they're not stopping an NBA player from going out and fucking
apparently
getting his dick sucked or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's
That's
no
all
way.
I'm concerned about. Are they getting their dick sucked or not?
There's
if he
no
didn't
way.
get his dick sucked, I'm not taking the spread.
But football, 53 people on a team, all those coaches.
Well, I was telling you for
There's
fantasy this year, we were doing. It was thrown around at work, my work league. Actually, it's the only league I'm in. Getting 2
You're
IRs.
not joining mine, right? You joining mine?
Yours?
Yeah.
No, it's way too expensive.
I know. Damski was going to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I think I know my brother was too. He better if he's listening. He better fucking join.
What was I saying?
Your work league.
Oh, we're adding 2 IR spots. I never had any IR spots on fantasy before because somebody's getting COVID, and I'm not cutting Julio Jones because he has fucking COVID for 3 weeks.
Here's the question: what happens if they don't finish the year? Like, they don't finish football. Not if the player doesn't finish the year.
Oh, everyone just gets their money back, right?
No. I'm asking. That's so you did all the. No matter what happened, no matter how many transactions you had, you just get your money back.
Yeah, that would be the only fair way to do things.
Yeah, I guess so. I just haven't thought of it until
NBA
right
got
now.
canceled, and I was in first place in my NBA fantasy. I said, go figure.
Yep.
Not that I'm not assuming I was going to win the playoffs, but I mean, I was top 2 teams.
Right.
It sucks. But
did you stay like up on it?
Basketball?
Yeah, because you have to like.
It's
a lot of work.
Every single day.
Yeah. Pulling people out, putting people in.
Literally, that's how you
They
win.
don't have a game on Tuesday. I got to take this guy out.
It's literally just adjusting your lineup.
Yeah. That's why I didn't.
Work.
I played it 1 year, and made it like half the year, and I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But you kept up on it.
Yeah,
for the
I would
most
wake
part,
up every morning, take a shit, and just mentally, all right, you're going to NBA fantasy.
Right. Good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way football happens, and there's a small chance that
finishes.
Basketball.
You mean?
No, yes. When I say happens, I mean finishes. They'll all start. Baseball.
What are they even waiting for? What the fuck are they even waiting for?
I think they're
you see
playing.
Some of the rules. No spitting. They can't shower after the games. Wouldn't you want them to shower?
I don't know. I mean, just being around. I don't know. I mean, obviously that.
No
hopefully at least they have like people like scientists and shit involved, figuring out what's good
like
and what's
college
bad.
Football. Some colleges are going to fucking close.
Right, that's what we were talking about before too.
D1
like,
or D2 and D3 ain't playing. You can You can kiss them goodbye because Penn State brings in $1 billion a year. So yeah, they're going to try and have Big Ten and SEC football play.
Right, but like I was listening to the radio the other day, and they made a good point in saying, how can football play if some colleges aren't even going to be open?
Right.
Like if students aren't coming into the school, how can you ask the football players to come in and play when the school's not even fucking open?
Yeah.
Like there's not. I mean, NCAA will do whatever the fuck they gotta do. Corrupt as shit.
They're corrupt as shit.
But like I can't see
because
anything.
like there's some schools that literally survive on playing Alabama. Like St. Mary's of the Blind, who plays Alabama and gets paid $1 million to lose 65-0. They're gonna close down.
For sure.
Even though college football is cool this year because they're making the schedules harder. Like Alabama's playing Ohio State this year. They're playing
Okay.
Big games.
Because of coronavirus, or
No,
just
because they're trying to make the games better. Because like literally, if you have one loss, you're not making the NCAA playoff,
right?
which is only 4 teams, which they could probably expand it till 8.
Right.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
It's only
just
going to bring
more
in
money,
It's just
like,
going to bring in
what-
more money and more views.
Right.
But they're trying to make the schedule like Alabama has to play Oregon and Ohio State, and like they're doing a lot more
So
bigger games.
did they say why they're doing that? Because I understood why they didn't do it before. Because if only the top teams play each other, those games are going to be awesome. But then who's going to watch the fucking other schmoes?
I don't know the reasoning of why they're doing it, but I mean, it's better for the fans. I know that.
Right. Well, for those games, that's what I'm saying. If Alabama plays Ohio State, everyone's going to watch. Everyone that's a college football fan is going to watch. But the reason they weren't playing before, or at least all of those teams consecutively, basically, is so that Alabama can play fucking
Yeah.
the
St.
number
Lucy's.
the number 40 ranked team, and some people will still watch that.
Yeah.
And Ohio State can play the number 41st ranked team. I know they don't rank that high, but can play the 41st ranked team, and some people will still watch that. If they only play each other, no one's going to watch the 40th versus the 41st ranked team. So I understood why they spaced it out like that. If they're making all the top teams play each other, don't get me wrong, those games will be awesome, but I'm never going to watch the other games then.
I mean, you got to. I mean, there's so many college teams, so you're not going to be able to watch all of them anyway.
Right.
So
I guess they're just banking on that.
just get the good
Just
games.
space them
Just
out.
get good games.
But one Saturday night,
One-
one
one-
Sunday night, or one Monday night.
One heavy banger.
Yeah.
Each. Oh shit! I
Each
had some,
time slot.
Damn, we were talking about football. Or something. I had something else good. Oh,
Fantasy.
I watched this documentary called Athlete A. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. About. You tell me what it's
Larry
about.
Nasser,
Yeah.
the pervert from Michigan State gymnastics.
Right.
All right, hold on. I gotta get a beer. Don't pause it or anything. Just. What do you know about it?
I seen it on Netflix. I put it on the list to watch, but there's just so much shit to watch. I just like no, I'm okay. It gets to the point where like there's some really
much shit to watch.
some highly ranked things that I just choose not to watch because I just don't have time.
I don't.
Like
with my Madden, with me being a GM of my Madden team and raising a baby and going to work and drinking 1,000 beers per week, I don't have the time.
like for example, Athlete A. I want to watch it, but I just feel like I'm not going to unless if you sell it to me, I might. But I just feel like if it was 5 years ago, I would have already watched it.
I probably wouldn't have watched it. It was interesting. Have
you watched the Epstein shit yet?
Because
what's her name just got arrested. You gotta watch it.
Oh shit.
Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever the fuck her name is.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't watch much on my own. So, like, Chelsea wanted to watch Athlete A. So I was like, all right, cool. It's something that I want to watch.
Right.
And she wants to watch. Like, she's never going to want to watch the Epstein shit. So when
Dude, when
I have my own free time, I'm like, okay, it's my free time.
Madden.
Do I watch an Epstein or am I going Madden? It's not even a question.
Right.
I literally will never watch TV again in my life if it comes between me and PlayStation. Like, I would play video games over watching TV.
Yeah, because it's more stimulating. But
It's way more stimulating.
But let's not get into PlayStation because
I know we'll
that'll
talk about
be
the
a whole
crowd.
fucking
Me and you
tangent.
will literally. We were during the break. We are just talking Madden strategies, like biggest nerds ever.
But yeah, like I said, she just got arrested. His like number 2 girl.
Yeah.
So like it's becoming more real if she doesn't suicide herself
Yeah.
as well.
There's no time in the media right now to bring the Epstein shit up. It's either riots, Trump out of office, or coronavirus. Like there's.
Yeah.
I don't watch the news because of that shit. Everything is so fucking rigged, dude. Everything it's literally hard to believe anything. You have to like go deep and do research on your own on the internet to believe anything.
Right. There is no. I can go to this one website. I can
News is
watch
telling
this
me the truth. Like there is no truth.
Right. You have to take it in from ABC, CNN, BCC, or BBC.
It came up on one of my like feeds of something of how canceled Pornhub. So it like got my attention. It was like this little 2-minute video of like canceling Pornhub. It was like this little clip that I seen on like Twitter or something like that, and it was like they produce child porn. There was like something like 50 videos of this girl who got kidnapped and was missing, and there's like 50 videos of her getting raped and all this shit that are on Pornhub. I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, I find that very hard to believe that Pornhub is a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm like, I doubt they have videos of children getting raped on their website.
Right.
But people, they were saying like people upload the shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
They can upload it, so it probably might take them a little bit to find it or something. So
Right.
I'm sitting there.
It has to get flagged.
I'm like, dude, if that's true, I'm like, that's fucked up. I'm like, all this shit, and like, so I like to read comments to see like who's talking shit, or like, to be like, oh, burn this, don't watch about all this stuff, and then there was like multiple rebuttal comments and videos of like the company who made this anti-Pornhub.
Is another porn?
No,
company?
it's a Christian group.
Oh, there you go.
Who funds this thing, trying to get not just solely trying to get rid of Pornhub, but they're the ones who made this video to get rid of Pornhub. So I'm like, so is all this a lie?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, they ask you like 10 questions. So they're like, literally, this Christian group is just trying to get info from you, filling out a survey and all this shit.
Yeah.
Like when you see this thing, like they're against gay sex, they're against this, they're against. I'm like, no fucking wonder. Because I was sitting there fighting hard to believe that there's child porn on Pornhub.
Right.
Because, like, obviously I never looked for it, but, like, I can't assume that you just type in kid porn in the search bar on Pornhub.
And it comes up with the results.
Like, don't you think Pornhub has some type of, like, filter or
right.
governor? Be like, oh, we work with the FBI. Literally every time child or this or that is put into the search bar, it's just like, bang, right to the FBI. It should.
Right.
You fucking sick fucks. Like, what do you... Like, is there code words? Like, what do those fucking creeps use? I doubt they go to fucking Pornhub.
No way.
We can't just go on the black internet. Or not black internet. The black web.
Dark web.
Dark web. Like, we can't just go... I actually heard a thing. Did you ever hear about that? Like, the, Silk... Route? Silky...
Browser... Silk... Network... Silk Road.
Silk Road. Like, you ever heard of that, where that kid got arrested and
Yeah.
shit, and all that? He's doing, like, fucking multiple life sentences and shit for... I guess it was just, like, the black market.
Yeah.
Or black web. Whatever. Why do I keep fucking this up?
Black market, dark web.
Of, like, selling drugs and probably trafficking people and all this shit.
For
He's
sure.
getting, like, life sentences and stuff for, like, opening. It was this young kid. But, like, you can't just Google dark web.
Right.
And be
That's
like,
not how it
oh,
works.
here we go. Oh, you're late. You can't just Google the dark web and be like, all right, I want to buy a machine gun right now.
Right.
Hey, can I have 5 pounds of heroin shipped to my house?
Right.
That's not... No, like, you need to, like, have, like, a fucking mainframe code to,
and
like, hack in.
It's direct connection. It's not... Like, Google helps you search for it. Google's not going to search the dark web. Like, it's almost like a different building. Like, think of it as a fucking building.
Like, we don't even have the skills to get to the dark web.
Right.
Like, you need somebody literally to be like...
That knows what they're doing.
You need a code. You have to hit... and something pops up. Then you pay 10 grand just to even get in the fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, to make sure you're not even a Fed or something like that. Like, you need to be a
Are you
coder.
a cop? You have to tell us if you're a cop.
Yeah, you got to tell us. It's infringement. Where was I getting at? Oh, them trying to cancel Pornhub. But that's the thing. I have no idea what to believe. There's always different types
That's
of...
what I'm saying. So you have to take in information from multiple different sources.
You have to do a lot of work to figure out what's true or not.
Right.
I don't fucking believe shit anymore, dude. I have no fucking clue.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's better to be like that than it is to be the other way and just fucking gulp.
Stuck in
Like,
your way.
the first thing, like, you see that and you're like, oh, did you guys hear this thing about Pornhub? You're
Right,
like,
people just
do like a little
regurgitating
bit.
bullshit.
Right. Or they just read a headline or something like that, and then like, within the article's like, not really, but maybe. But they're reading back the headline to you, and you're like, did you read it at all? Or
Yeah.
like, it's much better to be like you are and be like, I don't believe that, I don't believe that, I don't believe that, than to be
Yeah.
like, I believe that, I believe that, I believe that.
And I mean, I like conspiracies, but I'm not like a huge conspiracy dude where I don't think like everything's wrong. But like, I just
Right.
don't believe anything.
Right.
I just feel like it's so easy to manipulate. I just don't believe anything.
Right.
It's real. It's all a crock of shit. Everything's a crock of shit.
Everyone is. You are.
It really
you are.
is.
You're all
It's
crock of
literally
shit.
they're just putting out just bad info.
Yeah, but to that point, do you think sports are going to happen?
If there was, honestly, like money has such a big factor.
Such a big factor.
I bet you it does.
You think it completes all sports, just the ones that
The
are starting,
NFL's
the
hard
three
to
that are
say
starting in
because
July.
it's further away, but I bet you they can get through basketball since why is basketball taking so long to start?
Well, they got to set everything up.
I
I've
know,
seen
but I
pictures
feel
of them
yeah,
bringing in the
practice
beds.
courts and shit. It looked
Oh,
awesome.
No, I didn't see that. I saw them bringing in the beds to all the Disney resorts that they're staying
okay.
at, because the fucking guy is 7'2".
Yeah, he's not sleeping in the twin.
Excuse me. Yeah, they need to redesign all the shit. So,
but like the practice courts they're putting in that are in like the huge like auditorium type things and shit. Like you see the Pacers practice court, and then there's like those nets like you're going to like an AAU tournament.
Right,
net in between
right.
them, and the Heat are practicing next to them, and it's like kind of cool.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got to build all that shit.
Yeah.
So that's why it takes
the
so long to
Sixers are
start.
fucked either way.
I put $10 on them winning it all because they're like plus 2,500 or something like that.
It's all going to be Lakers and Clippers. They're all over.
But I'll tell you what.
LeBron resting? You're going to let my man LeBron rest?
I'm not
He's
saying
got a gray beard.
I'm not saying the Sixers are going to win it all.
But might as well for
But
$10.
That's what I'm saying. And they were unstoppable. They were unstoppable at home. Terrible on the road. So I don't know what this counts as. Does this count as the road? Were they bad on the road because everyone's yelling at them and they were scared? Or were they bad on the road because everyone was not cheering for them?
0 sense.
Right.
How are you?
So were they a road team or are they a home team?
At home and 4-40 on the road. That makes no fucking sense.
So if they can figure it out, they got a fucking good team.
Yeah.
On paper, they're a top.
The problem
definitely
is
top 5, maybe a top 3.
The problem is there's a couple really good teams.
Right.
The Celtics.
That's what I'm saying.
Their guts. They're good.
I don't think that the Sixers are going to win it all necessarily.
They're good.
But I think they got a fucking
Bucks,
shot.
I got a shot.
Like I said, on paper, they're a top 5 team. But
I'm also hopeful that sports happen. I mean, I'm okay if the NBA was like, all right, we're not starting again for a little bit. Like I love basketball; it's my favorite sport, but I'd be okay with that. The NFL not playing would be.
I'll tell you what, I just canceled my cable because I just realized that the only thing I used it for was fucking sports. So if there's no sports, why the fuck did I pay for the past like 3 months? I'll get it back at the end of July.
I've been hearing shit too, like, oh, you're not driving as much. I hear commercials like, oh, your insurance company's giving people refunds. I'm like, where? Because people are like driving less and shit. I'm like, I didn't get no fucking refund.
Well, you also drive the same, right? You still got to work.
Yeah, but I live so close to work. Do you tell me?
Anyway.
Do you ever tell me what your you never told me what your main dish was?
I did not. No, because I don't know. Like I said,
Pussy.
We do so many different things. I like a good.
Do you guys eat a lot of steak?
No.
Neither do we.
No.
I'm actually not. Steak is delicious. I'm just not.
Absolutely.
I'm not super crazy about it. As crazy as that sounds, some people get like offended. Like people are like, oh, steak and.
I feel like it's put up on a pedestal.
Like I'm so much more of a pork and chicken guy.
Like how? What's the best meal? Obviously, a nice steak. Like I don't know.
Filet mignon with mashed potatoes. You're like, okay, no, it's good.
Right.
I've never had a bad one in my life, but that's not.
And it's expensive. Like, are you just saying that because it's expensive?
It's expensive, but like,
I don't get it.
Would you rather have like a good steak dinner?
No.
Or like I'm picking a fucking burger, like a dope burger.
I'll pick a lot of things before steak.
I love
to be honest
burgers,
with you.
and I don't mean like Five Guys and McDonald's. I mean like when you go to like a bar and they have like gourmet burgers.
Yeah.
Let me get the blue cheeseburger or like the smokehouse burger.
Some onion straws or fucking barbecue
dude,
sauce or something like that.
Pepper jack cheese, jalapenos, and like some fucking crazy aioli. That's what I want.
That's what I'm saying.
I love burger on a nice brioche bun.
Yeah. Something I was thinking about before you came down to restart. How good? I know we're all over the place right now, but how good do you think?
Sorry, they're listening.
How good do you think
listening.
it feels to hear your song on the radio? If we made a song right now and say like next week, just say, I know that's not how turnaround time works.
Well, just think of like a little gratification, like even when like people reach out to us and be like, oh, I listened and this was like so funny, or like this, like I love that like video you put up. Like even that, and that's on such a small scale compared to I don't know, Taylor Swift getting 1 billion downloads on Spotify.
But,
I
like-
couldn't fucking imagine how good that feels.
But like, just imagine, like, we made a song today, and we're recording it and singing it at places and all that kind of stuff, and you're in these little bars and like doing dog shit
How about
work.
the
You're making a
Killers?
couple
Like,
$100.
when people are wasted and they're always like, "I'm Mr. Bright, I'm coming out of my cage."
Right, but that's what I'm
and
saying.
people are drunk fucking singing it.
That's the top of the top. That's got to be awesome. But I'm just saying, like, the first one, like, we just made a song, we're performing it at the fucking Jug, like, for $100 a night or something like that. Like, it's nothing. And then you're driving in your car one day, and on 104.5, your song comes on. You be like, what the fuck? Like, I can only imagine.
I'm gonna say 5 things. You tell me in the order of 5 through 1. I'm thinking these off the top of my head, so
All
bear
right,
with me a little
top
bit.
of the dome.
And what do you think's gonna be the best?
What would feel the best?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hitting. We'll do a sport. So, hitting the game-winning shot for, a championship. Like, Jenkins is
Kawhi Leonard from the
Jenkins
corner
is
against the Sixers.
trailing. Watch Jenkins.
Yep.
Boom. So, winning the national championship with a buzzer beater.
Wow. So right there, that example, Jenkins, Villanova championship.
Playing one of your songs in front of 50,000 people, 60,000 people. You put the microphone down and they start singing it back to you.
Okay.
I
I thought you had more.
So did I. Hold on.
What about like acting or something like that?
There you go. When you're in front of all your peers, Leonardo DiCaprio wins his first Oscar after being nominated 9 fucking times because that's how good of an actor he is. You finally get up there and you win. People love you. It's the greatest movie I ever seen. Blah blah blah. That.
So like the speech at the Oscars.
Yeah, but like
For-
you
for
finally
best-
got validated. Like I got the fucking trophy. I got this
Right.
little golden bald guy, whoever the fuck this is.
Right.
Um,
Jerry West, I think.
it's Jerry West is the Oscar. That would probably go with the same thing, an actor or a director.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Did music? I did sport. I mean, sports could be anything. It could be hitting a jump shot, because
Right.
football-
Walk off home run. like,
off home run. Because football doesn't really have like,
Right.
you know,
Except
last
that
second shit.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So what was that? 3 things: movie, singing, sports. This one's gonna be a little downgraded, but like I can imagine the gratification in this one is like being such a good chef, but like cooking for somebody who's like, I don't just mean at like your local bar, but like imagine like, oh man, I cooked for President Obama and like he now wants me to follow, like making a meal for somebody like, and they just blowing your shit up. Like,
Right.
how about like when Guy Fieri comes on Triple D, he bites your fucking burger and he's just like, you could put this meat on a flip flop and it'd be good. This is out of band, like that. Just like,
Right.
I don't think I have a 5th. Do you have anything like what else would be like the highest accomplishments of something? I don't know. I could like winning a Nobel Prize. Like I'm not in that world, so I could give a fuck.
I'm sure it's just as good as
I'm
the
sure.
ones that
I mean,
we're
if
saying,
that's
but
something
it's
that
just-
you're working at, I'm sure it's the greatest thing. I mean, if you're in the military, you win like a Purple Heart or something. I'm sure you're just like, dude, I did everything for this fucking country. Like
Right.
receiving this from the president. Imagine the president giving you a fucking medal,
right.
being like,
pinning
you,
it
this
on
is
you.
the highest honor. You're the most American anybody can be right now.
Right.
You got fucking, you lost your leg, saving one of your guys fighting for this country. Like something, you know what I mean? Like
Right. For sure.
I can imagine. I mean, shit, I could cry thinking about that. But
That's it.
military's,
Um.
I love the military.
So let's just go with those 4 for now.
Okay. I can tell you what my least. I want you to go since I asked the question, but I can.
Well, it's probably the Guy Fieri.
Oh yeah, I actually already forgot that I even brought that
Yeah.
up. So
I think next to go from least to most. So we have the Oscar, we have the game-winning shot, we have
the music.
the music.
I mean, it's kind of.
think
I think we're gonna agree, and this is probably kind of easy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be to go from least to most. It's Guy Fieri, it's the Oscar,
Yeah.
it's game-winning shot,
Yeah.
it's the music.
It's the music. Somebody say music changes people's lives way more than sports, food, and fucking. I mean, you can't put the Purple Heart against anything. That's a whole different
Right.
thing. That's literally the
That
greatest.
wasn't in the list.
No, that's literally the greatest thing you can do for anything. But I mean, an Oscar, if you're in that world of, I've been doing theaters and I tried
Well,
so hard. Yeah, I'm sure winning an Oscar is great.
It
But
was
it's
still in the
also-
running.
It's not a clear-cut winner for me. Oscars, that's just like politicking where your movie had the most buzz that year or whatever. Like, it's bullshit. Don't tell me what
Right.
movie I like more, what movie's better. It's whatever I fucking like.
Right.
But winning the game, that's definitive. I won this game for my team all the times in the gym, working with the guys, all this shit.
But even that, you're like, so we say the Jenkins situation.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be Michael
is-
Jordan hitting the shot from
No, but
against the
I was
Jazz.
just gonna say it was Villanova's national title.
Mhm.
They were down. What were they down 2? They were down
Well,
1.
remember the dude from
They were
North
down 1.
Carolina made that banging shot, 3-pointer with like 6 seconds left.
Right. They
An
came down.
unbelievable shot.
He hit a fucking 3 from deep at the
Deep.
buzzer to win the national title. So
Yeah. Haven't heard from him since.
that is big.
Hmm.
But even that isn't really just you, because you didn't score the 80 points that you.
Because-
it was 80 to 79, or I don't know what the score was, but
Yeah.
if it was that, you didn't score all 80 points. You didn't
'Cause
play defense on
There's
all 79.
13 guys on the team. Another 2 or 3 guys could have made that shot if they were the one open.
Right,
I mean, it's probably dope the play was drawn up for you and all that shit.
right. Whereas the music, that's your band, the 5 of you or whatever, or maybe 1 if it's just your-
Songwriter.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the band is a team. It's the same thing, yeah.
Right. But it's like it's less of a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where we were talking about it wouldn't be the case in football as much because there's fucking 53 of them.
Yeah.
And even in baseball, there's fucking I don't even know how many there are.
I
in
guess I
baseball.
could have
don't watch
added like
baseball,
being
but-
a stand-up comedian and them just like imagine just having like control of people like laughing wise. Like you're literally just talking, telling stories, and there's people pissing themselves. Like
people
looking at you,
paying a ton of money
To come see you talk.
for an hour.
just fucking dying laughing. Ah, ha, ha, ha. And then I said ping pong boom. Ah. Dude, that's probably memorizing because that's only you. Like
Right,
the whole,
that's what I
like,
mean.
You literally like have like the crowd in the palm of your hand, and you're just like, and then I
just
pooped,
mold 'em,
and
and
then
you're
I
like-
pooped on her,
And you're like, and in your head, you're like, watch this.
yeah.
And
They don't know
then
what's about
bye-bye.
to. I'm about to kill these motherfuckers
Yeah.
with this next one. But how about this? The music thing there, like people, like I'm just thinking of Pearl Jam putting down the mic and like Sheila
And like fucking Argentina, where they have like a million people watching
Never
them.
find a better man, and the whole crowd singing. You're like, oh my god. But how about this?
He doesn't even need to sing his songs.
How about this? What if Eddie Vedder didn't write that? What if you're the guitar player and everybody's singing it, but Eddie Vedder is getting the credit? Are you sitting there playing the guitar slow, like enjoy, like, oh my god, people love this song, but everybody always looks at the front man?
Well, I think if you're in a band and you wrote that song, like say the I don't know who the guitarist is, I'm not, but say the guitarist wrote it, I would still feel the same way
Yeah,
because they're not like. That's why we love you, Eddie Vedder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
still
yeah.
singing the song, and you're like, "Bitch, I wrote that song."
yeah.
And they know somebody in the band. Like I don't know what songs were written by who,
Yeah,
and I don't.
nobody does
and
unless
I-
you're like a huge music geek. They never look into that shit.
Right, and I don't say Eddie Vedder is a great songwriter. You know what I mean? Like I like Pearl Jam.
Okay, the dude in the band wrote it. He's on stage, so he gets to see it. Some big famous people have legit songwriters, like Taylor Swift.
Oh, for
did it.
sure.
Or so, I don't know. I just keep picking on Taylor Swift, but like I
Fuck her.
actually think she does write a lot of her songs. Rihanna doesn't write her songs, but when she's in a concert, and everyone's going buck wild. But like the dude who wrote the song's not even fucking there.
But that's what I'm saying. I think I would still feel that way because I wrote the song. Again, they're like, yeah, we love Rihanna, but they love the song, and I wrote the song. If you're looking for the recognition, for me at least, I mean, I'd probably be like a little bit jealous,
Yeah.
but I also can't sing and dance, and I don't look like Rihanna.
I mean,
so
it's going to be hard to jealous when you're getting a check every month because like the song blew up and you're probably still getting $1 million a month because
And-
you're getting a piece of. Rihanna's not making more money than you. You wrote the fucking song.
and not only that, a lot of times those songwriters write songs for fucking 15 of the top
So
artists. You know what I
Diplo, obviously everybody knows Diplo. He's like one of the biggest producers. I guess you would call him DJ, whatever, in the
Right.
fucking world.
Right.
So he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and I was listening to it because I like Diplo. I'm a Diplo fan. So I was like, let me see what he's got to say. All this shit. So he writes songs for a lot of people or makes the beat. He's a producer. He makes all the shit, and like, a lot of people hit him up like, yo, Rihanna needs a new song, or Beyonce wants a blah blah blah. So his probably his biggest song is with the group he does, Major Lazer, which is Lean On. Come on and lean, the song, right? So he offered that to Rihanna, and she didn't like it. She's like, no, I don't like it. I don't want it. So he just found, one of his local singers, whatever. He's like, nah, this is a fire beat. The hook's good. He said, fuck that. All right, Rihanna, you had your shot, whatever. Maybe he asked, somebody else too. I don't know. Nicki Minaj. He says he loves working with Nicki Minaj. He says she's a beast. Maybe he offered to her, and nah, it just doesn't suit me. It doesn't fit me. So he's like, all right, fuck it. I got like a somewhat. So I don't like. Nobody knows the girl who sings in that.
Right.
So, but she actually good. She's a musician somewhere. He found her. He didn't just find her in a fucking dive bar somewhere. Yeah. Craigslist. I'm looking for a singer to sing on. This is Diplo. I'm looking for a singer on Craigslist. But anyway, so he's like, "Fuck it."
That's where they found Florence and Machines, or Florence from Florence and Machines. No. At a dive bar singing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best stories ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, he puts out the song "Lean On" with the girl. It's his biggest hit ever. It's got 4 billion plays on Spotify. Right. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. How many plays do you think "Lean On" has? Came out 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It's a banger.
A lot.
It's a fucking certified banger.
I'll tell you right now.
But either way, like, do you think?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think Rihanna's sitting there like, oh fuck, I can't believe I just passed on "Lean On" and it's this big.
Right.
It's on every radio station right now.
But I also feel like they know what they're looking for. Like, you can't make, like, an artist, like, Taylor Swift isn't going to come out with "Lean On."
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
it
fits your artist.
Like, Justin Bieber can, like, kind of camouflage, and he can do some, like,
yeah,
dance, and then he does slow, and then, like, he can, like, camouflage himself. Khaled, he does a lot like that.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, those people are not pigeonholed, just like actors. They get pigeonholed into, you play the... All
right, so how many plays on Spotify do you think "Lean On" has? I don't know what year it came out. It doesn't tell me. I'll give you this as an example. Major Lasers, which is Diplo and a couple other DJs, they have 25.5 monthly listeners.
25.5 million.
Million monthly listeners. That's a lot.
Give me another one of their top songs amount of plays, because I have no idea. Like so give me something to compare it to.
I don't know. Will they hear it in the background? Light It Up.
No, don't play it. Just tell me.
Trigger, Q Caller. I don't know this one, but it has 200 million plays. What was the one song that they had that was fucking banging? All right, so "Lean On" was on the CD Pieces of the Mission in 2015. What was on here? "Lean On," "Light It Up."
What did "Light It Up" have?
"Light It Up" has 90 million plays.
Oh, that's fucking nothing. That's trash. I'm going to say 750 million.
"Lean On" has 1,369,000,000 plays.
So almost double what I fucking said.
Almost double what you just said.
Well, fuck me.
That's wild.
How many plays does this
What
have?
was I saying, though? Oh, yeah, how he tried giving the song to Rihanna. She's like, nah, I don't think so. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'm releasing it.
Yeah. So how many plays does this have?
This song?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we're at 2? 2 plays?
Well, it's 3 in this episode, so... plus all of our other episodes. 80. This is episode 80.
No, this is 90.
90. Ooh.
Get away from 100.
Ooh.
Is there anything better than when you have like a real rainer song that not many people love? And then another person's like, oh, you know that song? Like, yeah, we just become best friends? Yep. Let's go. This episode,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, later.
All right, guys, we love you, and